Live League Game of the Day. Featuring Rip as Jake versus Po1and as Adder.
Welcome back to the channel, folks. Semi-original guy, aka Mr. Cannon from Advance Wars by Web, bringing you another Live League Game of the Day. Today, folks, we got ourselves a match on a map called The Less I Know, The Better. And is that true? I don't know if that's true, folks. I feel like the more you know, the better. But maybe the less you know about certain things, the better it can be for you. But either way, folks, this is a triple base airport and comm tower supported matchup here, folks, with a whole lot of properties. We got ourselves a tier 4 matchup between Adder and Jake, and we got ourselves Po1and versus Rip, the current #1 player overall in the global league and officially on the site. #1 player Rip, one of the first people, if not the first person, to ever reach the 1800 elo range. This man is quite literally, possibly unstoppable when it comes to the global league play. But this is not global league, folks. This is the live league. Anything goes over here in the live league, folks. And we have the possibly the #1 or former #1 player when it comes to the live league standard. We got Mr. Po1and himself, folks. Everybody knows Po1and. Everybody loves Po1and. Po1and, what a guy, Po1and. That's who he is, folks, Po1and. With a 1, not a 2. But sometimes he has a 2. Sometimes he has a 3 or a 4. I don't know. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy, man. This man has too many ults. Anyways, folks, if we take a look at the map, folks, we have your standard strong side versus weak side dynamic over here. This base is going to be responsible for going and grabbing a comm tower and then putting pressure and trying to keep these 3 cities. You're probably not going to be going much farther than this, folks. There is the random chance that you might be able to go down here and snag this property, but it is highly unlikely, folks, because once this infantry goes over here and captures this property, we got 2 bases over here, and they are going to be pushing hard into this area over here and pushing over into the center, while also simultaneously going over here and grabbing these 2 properties. Now, this back property also is responsible for grabbing the airport and these back properties over here, and responsible for going over here. But in addition to that, you could have this base actually go and grab these properties over here, possibly be able to shimmy over here and grab this property, and then make a beeline over here to the center of the map. And as we know, folks, center control is very, very important in Advance Wars by Web. If you gain control of the center of the map, then you are having yourselves a fantastic time. Indeed, folks, it can be absolutely massive to the success of the mission. But without further ado, folks, let's go ahead and see what went down in the live league today. Boom! On the first few days, folks, you all know the deal. It is the standard infantry builds, because you got to get the infantry on the field, folks. It is the #1 priority in Advance Wars by Web. #2 priority in Advance Wars by Web, folks, is making sure that you like and subscribe to the channel for all that hot live league action. And here we go, folks. If you are here for high level play today, this is what you got, folks. We have the highest of high-level plays between Mr. Po1and and Mr. Rip. Mr. Ripperoonie himself in a live league game. Now, we haven't really featured too much Rip, so I'm very excited to see how he plays in this matchup here. And it is now day 4, folks. Po1and getting the properties. Very interesting, too, because Po1and going for all the back properties, which is very cool, very cool indeed. Now, this is an interesting move right here, folks. This is an interesting move indeed. So, we have a little bit of a difference between these 2 players right now, folks, and we're just gonna take a quick little thing. So, essentially, all this is very similar to each other. There's not really too much deviation from the plays over here, but the one thing that is really different is this movement right here. So, Rip did not go here with his infantry. Instead, he goes here. Looks like he might have the thought of going over here, or maybe going for this property here. I'm not sure which one he's going to go for, folks, but very excited to see. Po1 did a little bit of a different strategy over here, but he's going to go for the properties regardless. Now, one way or another, I mean, Rip can actually cap that property if he chooses to. I think he's just giving himself more options, yeah. All right, that's what it is, folks. Different approach, same options. That's what it's all about. All right. Rip decides to open artillery on this map. And Po1 going with the tank. The trusted tank versus the wild child artillery over here. Now, when you're playing as Mr. Jake, artillery are actually very good because his power will get a benefit for artillery. So it's not necessarily a bad thing to go and bust out a few artillery. And right here, we got a nice attack over here from Rip with the artillery backing it up here. Going for that comm tower, but that comm tower over here can be easily denied by this tank, and I don't see any reason why Mr. Po1 will not go for that interrupt. It just seems like the most standard of standard attacks, folks, and there it is. He's going for the interrupt, gets the interrupt, and builds another tank, folks. This man's got 3 tanks on the field right now, and Ripperoonie, the Ripster, he's only got 1 tank and an artillery on the field, but he's got 15,000 income, folks. And with 15,000 income, you know what you can buy. You can buy 2 tanks plus an infantry and have yourself a jolly old time. Now, where will he purchase the tanks? Is he going 1 tank left, 1 tank right? I think that's probably the play, folks. Boom, boom. Well, la-dee-da, folks. Mr. Ripperoonie has decided to go with a 2nd artillery. Now, wow. Artillery. Big old artillery, boys, folks. That's what he's got going on. Flipping Mr. Po1's got 3 tanks over here. And he takes a shot on the artillery. Wow. Goes in for an attack. 2nd attack. Interrupt. Artillery moving into position. Taking strong positions with the artillery. And just going for those interrupts, folks. Like, this man has absolutely no... Another artillery, folks. 3 artillery on the field over here from Rip. He is going for that maximum value when it comes to the artillery shots here. Let's see if it pays off. It looks like he's about to be losing a property here, which is not good. It's not good, folks. You don't want to be losing properties. But technically, right now, he is ahead in properties. But Po1 is going for a lot of properties right now, folks. There's ways to stop some of them, but not all of them. You can't stop all of them, folks. There's too many of them going on right now. Now, the one problem with the artillery combat here is it requires setup, and it requires your opponent to play differently. Your opponent has to be the one to push up into you. It's very difficult to push up with artillery. That's not impossible. Obviously, you can get into some very nifty situations involving artillery where you can do tons of damage. And Rip is definitely showcasing the power of artilleries right here. Putting the artilleries in such good positions right here where they just cover all your units. It's absolutely fantastic. But, unfortunately, there are a couple infantry that are left hanging here. That one in particular, that guy is Gownster. He's Gownster, and he is not coming back. And then look at this flipping move right here, folks. I was just talking about this in another video. How you can bring a tank back and join it with another tank if it's been injured. Boom, and right there. Now, Po1, he's got 19,500 income, whereas before he only had 16,000. That allows him to buy the battlecopter tank infantry combination, which everybody loves to use, but not have it used against you. Now, it is now day 10, and Ripperoonie is now forced to build what could possibly be an anti-air. He's gonna have to bust out the anti-air, folks. There it is, anti-air on the field. Get it on the field and get it causing that massive damage very, very soon. Bust out with the black boat movement here, folks. Now, this is a risk versus reward situation when it comes to moving the black boat. On one hand, it leaves your HQ vulnerable, but on the other hand, it is basically an immovable wall of blocking. Now, that area right there where he's moved the black boat, that is not going anywhere, folks. That is standing strong for now. Standing strong for now, folks. And this tank won't actually be broken right now either, which is fantastic. All right, comm tower is being acquired. And Mr. Ripperoonie gets interrupted on the comm tower. Very unfortunate. I almost thought for a moment And then Mr. Po1and wasn't going to be going for it, folks, but he went for it. He absolutely went for it. And rightfully so. I mean, why would you not go for it? Boom. There goes another artillery hit. Refortifying the Wall of Doom. The Wall of Doom has been refortified over here. Ooh, Ooh. It's a risky play. Risky play, folks, because right now Rip is moving up into dangerous territory here. He's got 3 tanks over here, or 2 tanks and the artillery. Plus the mech is a pretty nice little addition to the army here. He's got a fat army here, folks. Like, this is an intimidating chunk of honka right here. Like, you got to be watching out for that chunk right here. That's a dangerous chunk. But the other thing that's also dangerous is Adder's co-power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this guy isn't really in position to do anything major, but this guy can go over here. This guy can go over here. That can get a 2-shot on this, which will open it up to an artillery shot, which is very unfortunate. But that can be destroyed, and the position can be solidified here. You can move in pretty good. You can move in pretty good. And even if you don't attack from here, like, let's say we go in for an attack elsewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Tank could shift over here, attack from here. Then you could attack from here. Guarantee yourself the KO. Then this tank can move in over here and combo with the infantry, taking out that too. That's a possibility, folks. You could potentially do that. And then these infantry can move in over here. Now, will that happen? Probably not. I don't think it's going to happen. It might happen. You never know, folks. Let's go ahead and see what happens here. All I know for certain is that I don't believe the Po1and wants to be pushing into the flipping chonka blob over here, because it is looking mighty chonkful. Mighty chonkful. And he pops the side slip. Is he going to do it? Oh my god, this man is going right into the chonk. Right into the chonk. Oh, and he gets another attack. Oh my god, he's going into the chonk. He has absolutely no fear of the chonk, folks. This man, look at this man. He's found the break. He's found the break over here. No fear. Absolutely no fear, folks. So, worst case scenario here is like Po1and loses like a copter, maybe loses a couple tanks. It was a pretty impressive hit. On the other hand here, if in the event Rip manages to squeeze out a super co-power here, that line's going to get hit pretty hard. It is going to get hit pretty flipping hard. But it all depends on if he can get a super. He's 2 bars away from a super, folks. That's one of the very strong things about the old flipping Adderino. Is he's so quick at getting that co-power, folks. Alright, so he can't get the co-power. He's not even going to try to go for it just yet. But it's going to happen, folks. It is definitely going to happen. He's going to get that super. And it's going to be devastating. So that was a pretty good attack. Pretty good attack from Po1and. I don't mind it at all. But now he's got to figure out how to capitalize on the momentum here. Does he continue to attack? Oh, he's going for the infantry with the weakened fellas over here. And then sort of pulls back. Just sort of a half pullback over here. Big attack on the left-hand side, too. Managed to strike down one of those tanks. But, as stated before, folks, that does open him up pretty significantly to an artillery shot. Now, the big question here is, can this anti-air hit this tank? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it cannot. Can't do it, folks. Can't reach. Battlecopters are safe this turn, folks. But is it only this turn? I don't know. Gonna find out. Here's the super, folks. Now, oh wait, is this copter available for an attack? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. Po1and has noticed that those are perfectly safe tiles, so that is where he decided to move his units. Big one shot right here, folks. Oh, another one shot, another one shot, another, not a one shot, but pretty big shot. It's another shot right there. Boom, fat shots. Look at those shots. That's a lot of good shots right there. Oh, 1-1. That's unfortunate. Doesn't get the luck roll. Oh my god, that's super unfortunate. Super unfortunate, but gets the attack right there. Moves in, takes another fatty hit. Oh my god, now the artillery has moved into a position where it's locking the base down, folks. That base is locked. All your bases belong to Rip, folks. There is absolutely nothing that can stop this man from taking his base once he has decided that is what he's going to do. Except maybe Po1. Maybe Po1 can stop it, folks. But that tank definitely could not stop it. Could not stop the 1 HP tank, folks. But the 3 HP tank can definitely stop it. Alright, so tank has assaulted the artillery. He's assaulted the artillery, folks. But is it enough? Is it enough? I don't know. Ooh, that's pretty big. That tank shifts all the way over here and attacks. That's definitely what's going to be happening. Oh, it's pretty good. It's pretty good attack right there. Now he loses a copter. And oh my god, did you folks just see that flipping attack? Look at this attack. Oh my god, and every single infantry moves in, gets multiple first strikes over here. That was pretty big. That was pretty big. Oh my god, and the other thing that's pretty big is flipping classiest unit in Advanced Wars by Web that has just appeared here, dead center in the front of the map. Oh my flippity gosh. It is so flipping beautiful. It is absolutely so flipping beautiful. It's the most beautiful thing that you've ever seen. Alright, anti-air's taking on tanks over here, folks. That's what it's all about. Alright, copter moves in. So, despite the fact that Po1 managed to get pretty far into the lines of Rip here and do some pretty good damage, unfortunately, there's no backup. There's no backup to that push, so it's destined to fail, unfortunately, folks. Po1 is now sitting at 16 units to Rip's 24 at 85,300 value. He is got a commanding lead right now, folks. What is Po1 going to do? Po1 uses the classiest unit to take out a tank. Absolutely no contest there. Takes out a mech as well. Takes out the anti-air. And this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. This anti-air cannot reach this copter now. There's nothing. Copter's going to get away with moiter over there, folks. Absolute moiter. Now, what can Ripperino do in this situation? You know what he can do is he can cap the flipping comm tower so Adder doesn't have 120% firepower anymore. That's what he can do. And is he going to do it? Yeah, there we go. We do the attacks before we attack. We do the attacks before we cap the comm tower, folks, because that's what true gamers do. Everybody knows that true gamer doesn't cap the comm tower until after you've taken all your attacks. That is just plain, simple Advanced Wars rules right there, folks. Is now D16. Adder continuing the attack, pops the power once again, gets 3 strikes on infantry, and then, oh my god, that anti-air just rolled right up there. It was pretty spooky. Pretty spooky, I'm not gonna lie. Medium tank, it's not pushing. It's not pushing in with that medium tank. Po1 is not a fool. He's not a fool. He's not going to be just losing his medium tank to nothing, folks. There's now day 16. Got the infantry strike with the artillery. A couple more attacks going on here. Manages to clear the infantry, which is very nice. Moves the classiest unit up a little bit, folks. And then forms a line. So Rip, despite the fact that he is actually ahead quite a bit here when it comes to overall value in units, he does need to watch out. Po1 is a very well-known person for being behind in unit count, and then all of a sudden, folks, all of a sudden, boom, he strikes you, and then he just destroys half your army, and then it's an even game. And from there on, it's a Po1 game. So you gotta watch out for this man, folks. You do have to watch out for him. He's a very spooky man. Builds another battlecopter. That's gonna force Rip to build another anti-air. He can't just have 1 anti-air versus 3 battlecopters. It's not gonna work, folks. He's gotta bust out another one there. He knows it. Absolutely knows it. Busts it out. And this is kind of, I don't know, this is a little spooky. I don't necessarily think this is like the worst setup or anything. I think this is actually a pretty good setup. Because it's not really like Po1 wants to go and attack this setup, folks. Now, if Po1 had a way of eliminating this infantry out of the game, like right now, I'd say it is definitely possible to move in and attack here, but once again, it is risky, folks. It is definitely risky. There's no big plays that involve taking out the classiest unit in Advanced Wars by Web on a city that don't result in some setbacks. So I don't think Poland is going to attack into this just yet. I think he's going to set up a little bit more, folks. I mean, it's only day 18, folks. There's 12 more days in this game. So he's got time. He's got time to set up. He's got time to build more classy medium tanks. But Rip is on a timer here, folks. Rip is the one that needs a property. He needs to take a property somewhere on the map so that he can win. That's just plain and simple. So he can win. That's what he needs to do. This is 3-star terrain, right? Yes, it is. Okay. I'm curious about something here, folks. There is something I am curious about. It's a little risky. That is a little risky. I don't think it's like catastrophically risky. But there could be an attack here, which could force a break, leaving that tile open for a 3-pronged attack. But once again, I don't really know. I don't think it's what you want to do. Yeah, we're not going to attack the medium tank, but we are going to do... Oh, we are going to attack the medium tank and do massive damage all over the map. Heyo! That's what I'm talking about, folks. Poland just finds the good move, folks. He finds the good break here. And even a player as powerful as Rip, he was helpless to that attack, folks. But we have a super co-power activated right here, folks. Is it going to be enough to ward off this attack? There's definitely multiple attacks that can happen here. So let's see if it's going to be enough. Oh, he's going to be taking out 2 battlecopters here too, folks, which is absolutely big. Absolutely big, but does he have enough units to take out 3 of the classiest units in Advanced Wars, folks? That is the biggest question of all right here. It is now day 20. Poland taking control of the map. Finds 2 medium tank hits right there. Clears a copter and interrupts the capture once again, folks. As we know in the live league, once it comes to day limit, it is all about captures, folks. And this man is just spamming out the medium tanks, folks. He is building a medium tank a day to keep the Rip away. Let's see if it's going to pay off for him, because it is getting absolutely classy up in here, folks. Even though Rip is moving up with these medium tanks, these anti-airs, destroying the air force of Mr. Poland, he is not giving up, folks. Rip does not have the artillery support in the front lines right now to truly deal with the massive threat that are these medium tanks. They will be able to do a little bit of damage, folks, but not a lot of damage. And Adder's got a co-power right now. He's got the co-power. Is it going to be enough? This flipping 5 HP medium tank comes in here doing massive damage. Oh my god. Does that actually interrupt it enough too? Oh my god, it does. It does. This hero of a medium tank is just flipping out here. Another classy unit. Oh my god. Alright, folks. Alright. Poland. Mr. Poland. He's just become a very classy man. He is becoming a very classy man. He is officially going to be on the list of classy, which is something that I totally intend on doing in the near future, folks. I am going to be keeping the list of classy, and it's going to be starting with Mr. Poland right here. Oh, these medium tanks. These medium tanks are just cleaning up. As long as he just keeps a classy game, folks. If he's going to be keeping a classy game, then this is absolutely amazing. Builds the double tank battlecopter by here today, folks. And Rip, he's just had the army ripped apart. This is what I'm talking about, folks. Poland was behind by so many units, but he just starts busting out the classiest unit in Advanced Wars. He put his faith in our Lord and Savior, the classiest of units, and it has paid off for him, folks. It has brought him back into this game against the Titan of Advanced Wars by Web. Boom! A super co-power has been activated over here. And oh my lord, that flipping movement is absolutely bonkers as he delivers a massive attack over here to the army of Rip. The medium tanks have moved forward, causing so much trauma that Rip has decided to resign the match, folks. Mr. Po1and is the winner here today and has officially been sworn in to the great book of Classy. Well played, and well played, Rip. Those positions, those walls, those arty plays were absolutely fantastic. So unfortunately, they were unable to stand up to the might that is the classiest medium tank of all. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and if you did, consider leaving a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel, folks. I will see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye for now.